Renewed fighting between Thailand and Cambodia has shown no sign of abating, and US President Donald Trump is threatening to intervene. But Thai officials have warned it's for the warring sides to negotiate peace themselves.
Every morning before the sun comes up, local monks roam the streets of Sakau, collecting offerings and giving blessings. Their prayers now more pressing than ever. When the monks return to their monastery, hundreds of evacuees are waiting for them. Holy sites claimed by both Thailand and Cambodia are at the heart of this conflict. That not lost on anyone now seeking refuge in this temple. Monks aren't supposed to talk about politics, but over breakfast they tell us the border temples should be a source of unity between these neighbours, not of war. But peace is proving elusive. Fighting has continued to escalate along the border. More than 20 people have been killed and hundreds more injured. A Cambodian Defence Ministry official has accused Thai forces of targeting villages. Thailand denies that and says it carried out strikes on military positions. Both sides deny targeting civilians and both accuse the other of violating a brief ceasefire deal. We're now 4 days into the fighting and people keep telling us it feels far more intense than it did in July. These clashes have now been reported across more than a dozen sites along the shared border, and both sides are still resisting all international pressure to back down. The two nations now waiting for a phone call from Donald Trump. The US president displeased his July ceasefire, brokered alongside Malaysia, has disintegrated.
Think of it, settled 8 wars. Every once in a while, one will flame up again and I have to put out that little flame. I have to put it out, but we're going to put it out again. So I think I'm scheduled to speak to them tomorrow and see if I can. It was unfortunate what happened.
Thailand has shown an unwillingness to mediate with the US, insisting this is a matter for the neighbours to resolve, and reiterated peace will only be restored when the security of its people can be guaranteed. Cambodia says it's ready for dialogue, but holding firm on the front line.
The Cambodian force will continue to stand firmly and fulfilling their duty to defend Cambodia's territorial integrity.
For the more than 500,000 people displaced since Monday, a lasting ceasefire and any return to normality now feels like a long way off.
And international correspondent Claudia Farhat joins us now from the Thai province of Sakau. Good evening, Claudia. What is the sense there on the border about where this conflict is heading next?
There's certainly a feeling there is now a lot riding on those phone calls with the US President, Janice. We've since learned that the Malaysian Prime Minister, Anwar Ibrahim, has now spoken with both sides as well, making a plea on behalf of the region, really, for these neighbours to stop slipping back into this cycle of violence. But so far it appears to have had very little effect. The Thai Prime Minister, Anutin Chanvirakul, says he understands these countries' motivation in wanting peace. He'll take their calls, but he also says this isn't going to be solved with anything as simple as a phone call. He was pressed on what his endgame here is, but he refused to elaborate. We know that the Thai army is advancing on strategic locations along the contested stretch of border. There's been reports of heavy explosions there today around holy sites as well, so signs that the fighting is continuing to escalate today. Speaking to people here on the Thai side of the border, at least, they say as much as they want the fighting to end so they can go back to their homes, go back to their villages, they don't want to go back to the status quo of the past few months of constantly living on edge, not knowing when the skirmishes and scuffles are going to break out into another massive round of fighting like this. And after 4 days now, Janice, many of them are now starting to worry that this round of fighting isn't going to be over as quickly as the last.
Thank you so much. That's our international correspondent Claudia Farhart updating us from Sakao in Thailand.